Hey, most welcome to my channel. So I'm going to go into the engineering code. Today I'm going to teaching you the complete difference part 1, the complete difference basics of C, C++, Java and Python. So in these languages for C, C++, Java and Python, we are writing the C here, C++ here, C here, C++ here, Java here, and Python here. Oh, we have C language here, we have C++ here, we have Java here, Java language here. So we have the Python here. We have the Python here. So for here, for here is the content of for here we are going to teaching the complete different basics of C, C++, Java, Python, all directly at the same time. So before we are going to teaching you this language, we are going to run variable declarations and the variable initializations. Going to run variable initializations. Variable initializations and declarations. So after reading variable initializations and declarations in C, C++, Java and Python, I read to read conditions and syntax or expressions in both C, C++, Java and Python. After reading this, reading the loops. After reading this, reading the loops. Loops in C, C++, Java and Python, but in loops we have the three types of loops. There are the three types of loops in loops. We have the for loops in C and C++ and Java and in Python. We have the while loops, the while for loops, and the while loops in C, C++, and Java and Python. And so we have and do while loops, and so do while loops in C, C++ and Java. After running loops, you read the functions. After running loops, read the functions. Reading the functions in C, C++, and Java and Python. After one functions, we read OOP, object-oriented programming. So we're gonna start how variable initialized and declarations in C++, Java and Python. So the Python is a scriptable languages and is a scripting languages. While the C is the structure languages. C++ is an object-oriented languages and currently in Java. Python is the scriptable languages, but again have the object-oriented programming. So the C and the C++ have the same main label functions where the code is starting to executing in both C and C and Java. So for here, we write the drafts. For the side pane here, we're gonna be able to write the drafts. The side pane here, write the drafts. Here, the drafts. Write the drafts. I use the blueprint. Write the drafts here. Drafts. So for our C, for our C and C++ and Java, C++ have the same main functions. Main function gonna write the main brackets, curly braces and close at the end of time 0. The reason I time the exit status 0 to tell the operating system the program is running correctly without errors. If the program turns a non-zero, to tell the operating system the program have the errors in running. So in our main functions in C and C++ have the 3 parameters. We have the first parameter in our C and C++ functions. Our first parameter is argument parameter. Argument variable parameter have the data type of integer, or have the data type of integers. So the second parameters of many functions in our C and C++ languages is argument variables. The argument variables will hold when you are executing the program. You can have the argument variables can be in the strings or in the characters. The same parameters start, pointer, argument variables. The third parameter is not used more in these days, but it's the environment variables. Pointer, this is our main label of C++ and Java and for C++. This is their main functions. For the Java, the main functions, Java is C and C++. For the Java, so in our Java code, the main program of our Java should call the public class, and then class name. The class name will be the program name or the class name we want to do. Class name, suppose prod name, open curly braces, then it close. After our curly braces, in our Java program, we have the internal, our public class have the internal executable code of main, where the code gonna start to execute in the main label of our Java program. Public static void main, public static void main, open curly braces. So in our Java program have for main functions have, and so in the Java program the main functions have the parameters of strings the string, strings of our string let's see. So on the Python is scriptable when we're trying to type the code and exploiting directory. So the variable initializations in C and variable declaration, the variable declarations in C should declare the variable and their data type. Suppose int main should declare the variable in C ++ Java. Have the variable int 8, then close. For closing, for this is semicolon, we close any statement to have done to write in C, and so it into the same in C++ int 8 curly braces, and so it's to the same in Java int 8 curly braces. In our Python variable, in the Python 3 we are going to use Python 3 in our Python. For declaring the variable, we should write the variable name, 8. I don't put the 2 dots on the 8s. On the 8s, 2 dots. After the put dots, you have to type the variable data type. So for here we declare the variable 8, the data type Java is int. So in Python, you can put the semicolon or not, but if you put the semicolon, the code will work correctly. Even if you don't put the semicolon on a statement in a Python code, also it's not no problem. Yeah, this is the variable. This is the process of variable declaring in both C++, Java, and Python. So after you know this, again to variable initializing in C++, Java, and Python. Suppose we declare the variable 8 in both these 4 languages. Then run 8 for initializing the variable is equal. Means equal 8, I gonna to equal, suppose 20. After initializing your variables in C, well, if you don't do another statement for this variable, we're gonna close the statement semicolon, and sum of in C++ is the same. X is equal to 20, and so in Java it's the same. X is equal to 20. Python is equal to, and so in the Python you declare the variable, or the expressions is to equal for both C++ and Java. Yeah, it's equal to 20 semicolon. So this is the variable declaring and the variable initializing in both C++, Java, and Python. The conditions in C, Java, and Python, they're gonna use the if conditions. After use the if conditions, we will use the switch conditions. So if suppose we're gonna use our first variable 8. If 8 after when you are to do if conditions in C languages, you have to write if bracket and curly braces. In terms of the bracket, you have to put your condition. Suppose you're going to put if 8 is greater than 10, or if 8 is less than 10. For our initializing the variable 8 for both 4 languages is equal to 20. Suppose we're gonna to do the conditions if the 8 is equal to less than 10, or if 8 is equal to greater than 10. If 8 is equal to greater than 10, open. And so in C++ it's the same. If 8 is equal to greater than 10, if 8 greater than 10, open. And so in Java is the same if it's greater than 10. Java if it's greater than 10, okay. Java for C, C++, and Java, the conditions and expressions is that you can do the same code. They do write the same code. So for in Python, you can write the if. How to write the if in Python? You should press on your space key, if space 8 is not greater than 10. Gonna write the greater than symbol. Greater than 10. After what this, can put the 2 dots on last on statement, two dots. After put 2 dots, you place your enter. After to press the enter, if your cursor was not moved into full space from the first column of a screen, you should place the first space on a keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue here. If it I'll place the tab line. The tab line got 3 tab 4 spaces. Or if you place the enter, direct to your cursor will do the same. Will do the job for you. If it's not do this job for you, you can do for your own. So if you want to use the if conditions in both these, you can put your statements here of your if conditions. Put your statements here. Put the statements here. So in your Python. Statement here. After now play the conditions. So we're going right now. We know C, C++, Java, and Python variable declarations and variable initializations and conditions and expressions in condition in both C, C++, Java, and Python. Right now we know. So the second step we are going to do or to know how can you do input and output, characters and strings and integers, but not for the fact right now. Characters, integers, and strings in C, C++, Java, and Python. For when I to do input and output in both C and C++, in both C and C++, should the first in C should declare the library code contain the input and output. Should write the hashtag. So in C, the hashtag the hashtag is used when you are going to write the pre-processing code. Hashtag and write include means calling some code files in a program name. When you are going to call the standard C library, you should write the symbol greater than for both, and then include your library studio standard input output.h. After call this library in your C functions, you should jump into your main executable code int main bracket braces and main parameters int rbc child pointer rdv and child pointer fp. So how can you outputting the text of numbers on the screen, on our console screen in C should be called the printf functions. The print functions can do this job for us. Called the print functions. Printf curly braces. If you want to do a string, you can write double quotient hello C code, and then curly braces after you want to print this in your C code, curly braces, and then turn zero curly braces. Sorry, semicolon. So this is the process of how can you print the text on screen, on the console screen in your C. So in your C++, you should also write the code same as the C, but the difference is how can you what the library called in C++. You would write include IO string, input and output streams, and then int main, and then int RC, third pointer argument variable, and third pointer in environment variable, open braces and close braces, and then for the C in C++, if you foreign any C++ library, there is a lot of more C++ parts that contain the variables have some code for you. You should write std 4 dots cout, and then these two symbols, hello C++, then double quotient hello C++. If you want the cursor jump to new line, you should put std double quote end line, then turn zero. This is the process how can you printing the strings in your C++ code. So in Java code, you should first write public class. The class name suppose hello. Our class is hello. Open, close. Then public static void. Public static void. Main. String parameter. String adds. Open curly braces, close. So close, and then write putting the test on my Java code. It should write called system with. When you write the system Java, the S will be the big letter. System dot out, called the out string, out dot print line, the print line hello Java, then curly braces. So in your Python code, you should write print. Should call Python. Told the Python is the scripting range, and then you should write call only print functions. Print hello Python. Print hello Python. Print hello Python. So put the glasses. So right now we know C++, Java, and Python. How can you print the character strings into your console screen? So the second to do in these both languages, we are going to know how can you hold the input or even strings strings. How can you put strings, numbers, floating points in both C++, Java, and Python? So in C++, when you create this variable include studio.h, you can contain the code that can hold input and output for console screens. And so in C++, it's the same for iStream library. So for Java, to do input and output for strings and what? Port Java .ut .scanner with bit letter is .scanner. Okay. Pause. How do we call the class scanner in Java? After we call this class in your Java code, you should declare the class scanner keyboard, or even keyboard equal new scanner. And the says for internal this, the scanner constructor I can call system.in. The system that can help the program to inputting the character strings and floating points. So they're going to inputting for both these C languages and an integer value. In C, we declare, then we declare in our C, let's declare the integer int x, int y. So to inputting the value of y, should declare the scanf function, scanf, scanf can put the scanf the variable argument. You can put the main arguments in a printf for scanf. At the same job directory scanf, double quotient, then percent symbol. Right D means I'm going to input in the decimal numbers. This is our first argument. The second argument hold where we can put this data into a memory, and then take the reference, and then the name of variable I'm going to input in the grade y. Yeah. This is how can you input in the integer y. So and then after inputting the integer y, the integer will be stored in the y into the memories. So in C++, should declare the int y semicolon, and then inputting should call the std scene package. Call std four dots scene, then shift right operators the scene x, and then semicolon. So for here in both C++, we inputted from the console the variable y. So in our Java, we declared the y into our main functions. Python should declare the variable y equal input equal int functions in open, and then the same code. In the one int, you convert the inputted into the integer variable or int input, and then for the input functions. Yeah, this is how can you do input and output for integers in C++, Java, and Python. So we're going to jump into loops. For loop in C++, in Java, and Python, it's the same code, but for differently on Python. So I'm gonna do the for loop that can counting from 1 to 5. for loop, and write for statement, for loop initializations, for int z equals 0, semicolon, jump to condition z less than 5, semicolon, z plus 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 means z going to add 1 into the value z, adding 1, adding 1, adding 1. Then open the loop body, put the loop body in this code. So into the C++, it's the same code, it's the same statement, and also into the Java, it's the same statement. So in our Python, you can write for z in range 0 to 5 dots, and then press what enter. If your cursor don't jump into the first space, counting the first space for the F letter, you can put your keyboard fingers double space 1 2 3 for your keyboard, and then decide to write your loop body for loops. So the do-while loops in C and C++ and Java, it's so to the same. The programming range is not trying to read difficult. No, it's the complete task for mind thinking. So the do-while loops in C, C++ and Java, you can write do, open the braces and close. After close while, type the while. If you don't type the while, open the braces. After open the braces, semicolon. For interrupts of braces is to put the condition. Suppose we have the int z equals 0, do, and then while z is equal to less than 5. The reason why the y, if y will check, if the z is not too less than 10, then jump back to the do. In internal do, the z grows plus, the z equal to z plus 1. Z will go adding 1 to z, adding 1 to z, and adding to z. Internal into do loops, can write your do right body here. And so in the C and C++, this do while loops is equal to in C and C++, in C++, and so it's equal to in our Java. It's equal to the same statement for Java. Plus is for us. So in C++ it's equal to the same. Why? So why? In Java, in Python don't do loops. It teach you the for loops only in our Python code. So we're gonna jump to the functions. We're going to the basis of the complete reference. Our next, we're gonna teach you the more deeply complete reference. So let's jump to the functions in C, C++, Java, and Python. In C, when you are going to do a function, you can have the function done type, and then function body. Open the braces. Download upon braces, can put the function parameters, and then open the cut braces, close, and then here return value. So this statement, it is so to the same in the C++, and so to the same in Java. So in Python, in your Python code, you can write def after def space function name. Write the function name. After write the function name, open the cut braces. If you want to put to a function in your Python, have the type, you can write the minus fresh and return phrase here int return type. Write the return type. After write return type, put the two dots. After write the two dots, can jump to right, can press your enter. If the same column is not jumped to the first page from def, you can write your own first page from to def to first page 1, 2, 3, 4. After write your space here, you can write your function body here, function body here, your Python. So suppose maybe gonna do the function that can return the multiplications of two numbers. Suppose C here int the function name times numbers int A and int B, open the braces, return A times B. So these functions write is so can write to the same in C++, can write like this, and so in Java can write in this, and so in Java. So in your Python can write def times A and B install dot, you can count 4 dots, return A plus B. This way we return times with these functions for above C++ in Java. We return the two multiplications of two numbers in your C, in your C, in your C++, in your Java, and in your Python. So let's go jump to class. For the C languages have no class, have no object-oriented programming. I'm not going to teach you object-oriented programming in Java, Python, and C++. In short, in summary. So in your C++, the object-oriented programming, you can write the class. After the class, you can write after the class name, open braces and close your braces. After close your braces, put the same colon. And the Java can also write as this, can write as this. Can write Java and C++ can so to the same for this. For Java can use some classes. So in Python can write the class and then class name, put the two dots, and then click the enter. Your class will jump to the 4-byte space after for line feed to the class. So for here in C++, Java, and Python, we initialized the class. How can you calling your class in C++? Now C++, to call the class, can write the class name you want to call class name. After the class name, and write the class. Suppose can write the class label. Suppose let me name the class label. So in Java, we can so do this. Can so write the class name, then class label equal to new class name. Braces close, new to class name, new close. And so to go in Python, can write the variable name. Suppose it's the variable is py class. It's the variable name is equal to class name. So for this one function of class, let's just do the class that can have the functions subtracting two numbers. After subtracting the two numbers, we have the function that can print that numbers. So suppose we have the class in a C++, we provide include iostream class name is class open. Now class we have the initialism, the public int subtract of number the variable int a int b. Okay, return a minus b. Then we have the functions public void print to screen, open the curly braces, stdc out, subtract of that numbers. So in our Java public class, then public subtract int a int b can subtract a minus b. In Python, can write the class, the first space div, write the class div subtract a b in first space return a minus b. So this is how to know this is the simple basics of class example in Python and C and C++. So to call this class in your C and C++, so the class name, class is the class in C++, this is the functions in C, and so this is the class in Python. So thank you for watching my simple basics of programming for beginners, for completely different from beginners. So for more concepts, or for this the simple concept, if you want the more deeply concepts of these courses, you should subscribe on my channel. Bye bye. We will meet you later.